Hello students, this is your English lesson. Today we are going to read a poem, The North Shape. This is part of unit number 11 from Oxford Modern English Book 7. So we start our lesson. First of all, summary of the poem. Students, this poem is written by a renowned poet, Philip Larkin. This is a simple and short poem. The poet describes the journey of three ships, of which two have returned and one has gone for a long journey, avoiding all the obstacles. The poet narrates his own experience in this poem. According to the poet, the first ship turned towards the west because of obstacles and it was completely destroyed by the storm and finally it reached to a rich country. The second ship turned towards the east and it was also destroyed by the wind which haunted that ship like beast. The third ship turned towards the north but it was not ruined or captivated by the wind. The decks of the ship was shining brightly and it was covered with frost. And finally, when all the storm stopped and the circumstances became calm, the first two ships came back, either happily or unhappily. But only the third ship did not return back and it went to a long, unstoppable journey. Actually, the poet wants to convey the message of willpower and determination. If we have enough power or will to do something, nothing can stop us. We must reach to our desired destination. Now read the poem together. I saw three ships go sailing by over the sea, the lifting sea, and the wind rose in the morning sky, and one was rigged for a long journey. The first ship turned towards the west over the sea, the running sea, and by the wind was all possessed and carried to a rich country. The second ship turned towards the east over the sea, the quaking sea, and the wind haunted it like a beast to anchor in captivity. The third ship drove towards north over the sea, the darkening sea, but no breath of wind came forth, and the decks shone frostily. The northern sky rose high and black over the proud, unfruitful sea. East and west the ships came back, happily or unhappily, but the third went wide and far into an unforgiving sea under a fire spilling star, and it was rigged for a long journey. Exercises A. Understanding the poem. Answer the following questions. A. Draw a table in your book like the one below. It is a good idea to draw the column headings and fill in your answers for the first row before moving to the next one. Your answers should be in note form but with enough detail for you to use them later on. Here, ship, first, second, third. Where did it go? What were the conditions at sea? What happened to the ship? Do you have any questions? So the first ship turned towards the west. The condition at the sea was windy. It was the sea was running. And what happened to the ship? It came back from a rich country happily. And the country was USA. You can say, for example. Second ship went to the east, quacking sea. The condition at the sea was quacking sea. It was quacking sea. And the ship came back from a rich country unhappily. And the country to the east is Russia. Third ship went towards the north in the darkening sea. And what happened to the ship? The ship went on a long journey, and the country towards the north is Canada. B. The wind seems to help the first ship because it carried it to a rich country. What does the wind do to the second ship? How would you describe its actions? Answer. The wind haunted the second ship. The word quaking in the first line of the third stanza sets up a feeling of fear. It seems like the ship is the prey and the wind is a wild animal chasing it. See, how is the north described in the fourth and fifth stanzas? What impression does the description create? Answer. The north is described in the fourth and fifth stanzas as having high and black skies over the darkening sea. It is cold, frosty, and the seas unfruitful. They have no fish or other produce in them. The impression is a bleak, dark, cold, empty, still place. Answer the following questions with reference to context. A. Over the sea, the quaking sea and the wind haunted it like a beast. 1. What is referred to as the it that is being haunted? Answer. The third ship is haunted here. 2. What emotion is conveyed by image of a quaking sea? Here, the image of fear is conveyed. 3. Which of the three statements best explains the presentation of the wind in these lines? Explain your choice. The wind is presented as scared and quiet. The wind is presented as frightening and violent. The wind is presented as loud and hungry. Here we can say the wind is presented as scared and quiet. This question is more difficult. Discuss your ideas before answering them. B. Into an unforgiving sea under a fire spilling star. 1. Why might the sea seem unforgiving? Answer. The sea is relentless and, as described here, is difficult and hostile. The ship does not seem to have an easy journey. 2. What do you think a fire spilling star is? Explain your ideas. Here we can say, though the journey is hard and long, it is full of wonder. B. Working with words. Look at these words from the poem. Discuss whether they are all linked. If so, how are they linked? Are there any that shouldn't be here? Ships. A large boat for transporting people or goods by sea. Sailing, the activity or sport of riding in a boat. Sea is the expanse of salty water that covers most of the earth's surface. Wind, the perceptible natural movement of the earth. Rigged, provide a sailing boat with sails or set up equipment. West, east, north are the directions. Anchor, to make something or someone stay in one position by fastening them. Deck, a floor of a ship. So students, these things are linked. In the sea we can sail ships, and winds can be helpful for sailing. East, west and north are the directions, and anchors are used to um, make the ships stay in the sea, and decks are the floor of a ship. A. Match the words below to their definitions and write them out in your book. Which of these could you add to the list above? Lunchbox. A container used to store and carry a meal. Crow's nest. A structure used as a lookout post, usually high on a mast. Screwdriver. A tool used for turning screws. Gangplank. A piece of wood used as a walk-away. Fruit cake. A sweet treat made with berries, currants, and raisins. Compass. A tool that shows where magnetic north pole is. Spy pole is. Spyglass. A spyglass is a handheld telescope. See learning about language, adjectives and adverbs. 1. Below is a list of some nouns. Write down the adjective and adverb formed from each noun. Use the nouns in sentences of your own. A. Cowardice. Cowardly. Cowardly. Danger. Dangerous. Dangerously. Accident. Accidental. Accidentally. Modest. Modesty. Modest. Modestly. Admiration. Admirable. Admirably. Skill. Skillful. Skillfully. Simplicity. Simple. Simply. Hurry. Horrid. Horridly. Sentences. Cowardice. He was disliked by his cowardice. Danger. We should go. He could be in danger. Accident. The accident happened when he was on the road. Modesty. He is known for his modesty. Admiration. I have great admiration of your hard work. Skill. This job requires computer skill. Simplicity. I like the simplicity of her dress. Hurry. Well, hurry up and move to the bus stop. Punctuation. The apostrophe. Which of the following sentences contain mistakes? Correct those that are wrong. A. The elephant had a man on its back. Here we will omit apostrophe. The elephant had a man on its back. B. The man sold buttons and hooks. Here buttons and hooks are plural. The man sold buttons and hooks. C. This year's students are very clever. Here year is taken as a singular. So this year students are very clever. D. The letter was signed yours truly. Here yours truly will be added. We will omit apostrophe. It will become yours. Pronoun yours. E. Ours is the yellow car. Here our is our pronoun our is followed by is. Ours is the yellow car. We will omit the comma here. F. He is a good boy. Again we will write here he is a good boy. To add apostrophe to the following: man's shoes. After man, put apostrophe. B. A dog's bones. After dog, put apostrophe. Put comma. A hero's reward. After heroes, put comma. The woman's coats. After woman, put comma here. Praveen's car. Praveen. After Praveen, put comma. Bird's nest. Birds are taken here as plural, so after birds, put comma. The child's cart. After child, put comma. You will add apostrophe s here. Ladies' blouses. After ladies, put comma here. Mother's garden. After mother, apostrophe, add apostrophes and s. Shaw's place. After shaw, add apostrophe s. Policeman's whistles. After policeman, after policeman, add apostrophe and s. Amina's nose. After Amina, add apostrophe s. Bird's nest. Bird. After bird, add apostrophe and s. Thanks for listening. For new videos, don't forget to subscribe my channel. And if you like my videos, please share and like.